Hello everyone, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending where you're listening from. I am that African mom in diaspora. Like I promised you yesterday, I'm going to be making one video every day, at least one video every day. And today, like I promised, I'm here to make another video for us to discuss about things happening around us. Not just for moms, just everything generally happening around us. Today I was planning to bake because baking is one of my favorite things to do, favorite things to keep me busy. I love baking materials. I love seeing and knowing that I can, prepare the things I can eat myself, in my kitchen by my hands. It makes me happy doing things like that. I thought I was going to bake today, but on a second thought, a trending video I watched, triggered this different idea of what to discuss today. And so if you look at the title, setting your priorities right before marriage without compromise. That is the title of what I want to discuss today. And by this, I want to, talk about marriage. As a young girl, sometimes when we grow up, we forget that we were once young. And we made mistakes, yes. But that's one thing I noticed about marriage. As a young girl, every young girl has something they have in mind in their man. A man they want to marry. For me, I don't want to speak for others. I'm speaking for myself. As a young girl, I've always wanted, I was kind of swearing, I don't want to marry a man who lives abroad. My reason being that they just brag a lot. I don't like people bragging to me. Just let me see whatever I want to see, feel whatever I want to feel, and, do my judgment, do my conclusion, and, judge whatever it is. And not people talking too much, bragging. Just that I just believe that all of them just does that. They talk too much, they brag a lot. So I was always saying, I don't want anybody that lives abroad. So, and another thing I was so passionate about, so concerned about, is making sure that I marry someone who respects me. It's not that I don't like money. It's not that I don't enjoy comfort. But respect, I don't. It's not that people cannot disrespect me. If you want to, you have your mouth, you have your life. But that's this thing about me, giving myself to you to disrespect. I'm not going to do that. Even in a relationship, if you want to dismiss whatever that I'm doing with you, just disrespect me. You won't see me again. I'm not going to bring myself to you to disrespect. I don't want that. What that does to me is that if it makes me feel less of myself, and then it makes me disrespect the man in return. And I don't want to be with a man that I can disrespect. I cannot respect fully. I want a man that when he comes, I feel his presence and I feel the urge, to respect him. So, but if you are the type who disrespects me, I know they think twice to disrespect you back. So those are two major things, especially it was in my top priority that I can't even stand them. It's not something that I do by myself. It's not something I kind of put there by myself. It's not a priority that I set by myself. It's something that works in me. I feel it. I just don't want that. The atmosphere, it doesn't work for me, So I always fight against it. I don't want it. I don't want to see it. I don't want to do it, So when my husband came around, I was to travel from Ghana to meet him in Lagos. He was coming from South Africa. I was coming from Ghana. When I met him, even though one of the reasons why it was easy for me to meet him, even though we've not talked for too long, was because I knew him earlier. So that's excitement to see someone you knew that you've not seen in a long time was there. When I saw him, even though he stays outside Nigeria, it was not really much a problem. The only thing I was thinking is that how we are going to meet, how everything is going to work out. It was a big problem for me. Because if he turns out to be this kind of person, I would have wasted my time and everything coming down here. And I didn't know how to handle it. Lo and behold, it was this kind of person who not only respects he has so much respect for womanhood. He respects people, he respects himself a lot. Doesn't talk a lot. You know, it was so relaxing. It feels like something I planned. You know, it was so nice. So it helped me a lot in making, concluding, making my decision of saying, yes, this is the man I want to marry. A lot of times people put things, they want others. What will people say? So they want others to see that they married a rich man, what do you call them now? Famous people, billionaires, millionaires, and then they overlook these things. These signs are always there. I don't want to go to that side. I'm going to make a different video on that. So I don't want to go to that side yet. But the signs are always there. You always see the signs there. It is always there. People just decide to ignore it. There are things that you cannot stand, and yet you see these things in a man and you decide that you are going to marry this person. And then at the end of the day, you start blaming people around you, and you even forget completely that you saw these things and yet you went into that marriage. So today, I'm not going to talk too much. I don't know if what I was, because even me as a young girl, I can end 2-3 years relationship in a second. I don't know if it is pride. I don't know what it is. I don't know what to call it. Once I sense any kind of disrespect, once I see any kind of something that I cannot stand, that is it. You're not even going to see me again to continue with whatever it is that you are doing or you plan to do. Do you understand? So I cherish that a lot. It is a thing for me. It's something that I don't play with. And again, I believe that money, with, being young, ambitious, and being young, ambitious, and intentional. If both of you are young, ambitious, and intentional about the things you do, you can always make wealth together. You can always make wealth together. For me, it doesn't come first, because I don't know why I believe that I can always do it. God has given me everything I need to do this. Why not? Plan well. Plan yourself well. Ignore whatever that it is you're hearing, you're seeing around yourself. Face it. Be intentional about it. You will definitely make it. You will definitely find yourself in a better position where you will look back and say, yes, I did this. So let's meet on the comment section. Let's discuss this. Tell me what you think. So tell me those things that you see, as a young girl or even as a married woman, that you knew that you cannot stand in a man, that you've ignored. Let's discuss about this whole thing, because for me, like I said earlier, I'm going to make a different video on this thing, these signs that we see that some of us ignore. And then when we get married and when we finally, commit yourself with this man or this woman, and then it becomes a bigger problem that you can't even with all the money around you, you are not able to solve this problem. Let's talk about it. Let's discuss it on the comment section. Like, share, and subscribe, so that we'll get more people to listen to us, to join us to discuss about this whole thing. Because as long as I'm concerned, this is a problem in our society. I love you all, and I hope to hear from you, and so that we can have more ideas and discuss about them and see and know a way forward. Thank you, and God bless you all.